I'm not sure if that counts as many, but I would assume the fact that he says many implies that they're at least going to get that far. Yes, you want to move a bit back so that the viewers can see you? Say hi. How are they going to do it? Because Liar Game's outdated. And I was like, what do you mean it's outdated? It was like, well, it's from 20 years ago. And I was like, so what? And they were like, well, you know, like Neo uses a phone book. I've poured those emotional conflicts that sway between extremes into the melodies and rhythms of this score. Crap, I just hit the back button. I recently went to Japan last August and I thought it was great. I would love to go again, just not during the summer because it was like 40 degrees Celsius. Here, even though it's freezing cold outside, our summers get up to 30 degrees Celsius, not 40. That was way too hot. No trailer or anything, and since the anime is coming out in 2 months, I don't think we might. There's a chance we'll get another trailer, but you know. Anyway, we got lots of comments from different staff members as seen on the website. I don't know any of these actual people. Like, apparently most of them have worked on other stuff before. Excuse me. Should I do another take? Whatever. Keep it going. And obviously Shinobu Kiyotani is the guy who wrote the thing. If I pronounce any of these names wrong, I'm really sorry. Like I'm thinking of just not even bothering trying to pronounce the names because I don't really know who these people are anyway. Like, a lot of them have apparently voiced other things. But, you know, I just want to read their comments because it seems like pretty interesting. So, the original creator, Shinobu Kiyotani, Shueisha Young Jump Comics Digital Edition. I'll be fluent in it by Friday. Huh? This year marks the 20 years since the first appearance of Liar Game in Young Jump, and this anniversary serves as the announcement of the anime adaptation of the series. At the time it began serialization with the theme of the importance of trust, but in the 20 years since its release, we have gone through the COVID-19 pandemic, the explosive rise of social media, and an increasingly distrustful world. I feel like I'm like, I feel that now the theme of my series is more relevant than ever, and so I feel it is fitting that in this era we get the Liar Game anime. Whether you're someone who feels nostalgic for the series or someone discovering it for the first time, I believe this story will resonate with you in some way. I hope you look forward to it. I really hope this anime does well, man. I literally just reread like the first little bit of Liar Game, like the first bit of chapter 1, and Neo does literally say, "What is this?" when opening up the package, and she says that in the trailer too, which makes me think like the anime could legit be a 1-to-1 recreation of the manga, which I think would be great. Although they might have to redo some lines from Fukunaga, especially from early on in the series, but we'll see what happens. I don't know. Staff. Chief Director, Yuzo Sato. I remember that Liar Game was a big deal back when I first watched the live-action TV drama adaptation. I wish I would. Well, you know, like, I'm sure, like, I don't know. It's like, do I wish I was born in Japan? Probably not. You know? Would I? What would my life be like if I was born in Japan? Probably, like, way different. I don't know. Then before I knew it, 18 years have passed, and I'm still shocked by that. I guess I've gotten older too. I had worked previously on the anime adaptation of Mr. Katani's other work, titled One Outs. Right, yeah. It's going to be a reference to that. There should be one in the downsizing game too. So I am happy that we have another chance to connect like this. Working on the adaptation of his most representative work, Liar Game. Really? Is that his most popular one? I mean, it makes sense, like Liar Game and One Outs. But I guess Liar Game's on top, I don't know. I had a fantastic time working on One Outs, and I hope we can have as much fun working on this series. I'll do my best. This is the first anime adaptation of one of Mr. Katani's original works in a long time, and we hope you will all look forward to it. I'm definitely looking forward to it. There's that other manga, too, that, like, he's working on, but, like, apparently he's not actually working on it. He's just drawing it. Like, when it comes to... Hold on. Liar Game. I'm not even going to try and type up his name. Who wrote this? Shinobu Kiyotani? Where is he? There he is. Okay, list of manga that he worked on. So, Midoriyama Police Gang. Never heard of that. Sommelier? Never heard of that. One Outs, obviously. Liar Game, obviously. Rino Yukushuda Odagiri Kyoko no Uso. I have heard of this. Like if the cover is anything to go by, I'm not sure if it's my thing, but apparently it only has like 7 volumes. It had a television drama that ran for 9 episodes? What? I don't know. I don't know what this is. Liar Game Roots of A, another obvious one, a spin-off of Liar Game. Winners Circles Iyosu. Never heard of that. Mutiki no Hito, that's a Mahjong one. Apparently pretty short. New Nobu Chronicles. Never heard of that. And then Kamo no Negi Naiwa Doku Ka Aru Kamoki Jun no Nanjin Kizagaku Kogi is the one that he's apparently drawing. And I've heard that apparently the MC in that is similar to Akiyama and Tokuchi, but more social, which should make things more interesting, because that should open more opportunities, but apparently it's still fairly new. And I've asked some people on the intelligence scaling subreddit what they thought, but no one really gave me an answer, and the only one who did said that he just read the first little bit and doesn't really have any opinion on it so far. So I don't know. Director Asami Kawano. Again, sorry if I'm sorry. I know that I'm getting these wrong, but I'm sorry. Kawano. Asami Kawano. I thought the core of this work would be in all these strategic mind games and deception, but I found the real appeal in the drama, characters, and I love that so much, because that's the main, and that's all that the people on the smart character debate community care about, is the mind games. But yeah, Liar Game was good for the story, man. People really underestimate the writing quality of Liar Game. Yeah, sure, it's not the greatest thing ever written, but come on, man, you can't. The way that they handled the character of Fukunaga, the way that she goes from villain to hero, and the way, and you could almost, I once made a Reddit post where I even said that her transformation from villain to hero kind of coincides with her transition from someone identifying as a man to someone identifying as a woman. It's almost like she's embracing her true self, her pure self, whatever. I don't know. It's cool, man. It's cool. But I found the real appeal in the drama, characters, and the relationships they have with each other. With the solid support of my amazing senior colleagues, I'll give it my all to make sure that appeal shines through. I promise to always give 100%. But I'm already overwhelmed by the numbers, more numbers, and even more dialogue. Help me, Akiyama-san. You love making these characters talk, huh? Just because you're smart doesn't mean we have to suffer. Yeah, I've seen people say that comment makes it sound like we're getting the Contraband Game, and apparently the Liar Game Anime Twitter also posted a picture of Contraband Game. I hope we get the Contraband Game. Even if they cancel it after a season, if we get the Contraband Game, that's cool, bruh. Okay, series composition and screenwriter, Tatsuhiko Urahata. I've been a huge fan of Liar Game since its original serialization, so it's an honor to be involved in this anime adaptation. In this work, I hope viewers will enjoy the many games the characters get trapped in, the clever strategies they create to overcome them, and the growth of our protagonist Neo. Please look forward to it. Talked a lot about Fukunaga, but yeah, Neo has growth too. And so does Akiyama, technically. Kinda. He says, the comment says the many games the characters get trapped in. We know from the trailer that they're going to do at least the first 2. Misty's here if you want to see her. We know that they're going to at least do the first 2. And then if they do the downsizing game 2, then that's 3. And if they do Contraband, that's 4. So I'm not sure if that counts as many, but I would assume the fact that he says many implies that they're at least going to get that far. Misty, you want to move a bit back so that the viewers can see you? Say hi. Character design. Kei Tsuchiya? I don't know, whatever. It's such an honor to get to participate in the anime adaptation of Liar Game. Whenever I start design work on a new series, I'm brimming with excitement. I swear to do everything in my power to respect Mr. Kiyotani's artistic vision and help bring these characters to life without compromising the original work. I hope everybody looks forward to the anime adaptation of Liar Game. I once saw a guy on Reddit saying how are they going to do it? Because Liar Game's outdated. And I was like, what do you mean it's outdated? He was like, well, it's from 20 years ago. And I was like, so what? And they were like, well, Neo uses a phone book. Okay. I guess you could argue that looking in a phone book might seem bizarre and their cell phones and stuff like that, but it's not like that's a major problem. Like if they were going to modernize it, then they could just have Nao look it up on the internet or something, or just use a phone book. Like maybe she's just a sweet girl who still uses a phone book. Like who cares? Whatever. And then we have a bunch of people who like don't have any comments about them. We have sub-character design Aya Yokoyama, color setting Teruyumi Nakayuchi, artboard Hideyuki Ueno, art setting Shinji Sugiyama, photograph direction Hironobu Hatanaka, VFX supervisor Michiya Kato, editing Mariko Tsukatsune, music Yugo Kano. This guy has a comment and he has a picture. He apparently looks like this. Looks cool. My mom said that she liked his sunglasses when I showed her this picture. The live-action adaptation of Liar Game has become a legendary work. The legendary. I love showing that to people who like never took me, who thought it was weird that I loved Liar Game so much because they never heard of it. The legendary Mind Game series makes its long awaited TV anime debut. The live-action adaptation of Liar Game has become a legendary work, and I can still vividly recall the music composed by Yatsuka Nakata. I think we should have just redone it, man, but maybe they don't have the rights to it, I don't know. For this anime adaptation, I began by rereading the original manga and set out to create a new world of Liar Game through music. One that would stand apart from the live-action version. Fair enough. Deception and truth, light and shadow, the duality of human nature. I've poured those emotional conflicts that sway between extremes into the melodies and rhythms of this score. Crap, I just hit the back button. I need to reopen the website. God dang it, every time I click that link, there's like a 30% chance that it just doesn't even load. Okay, here we go. Sound director, Kitsuke Koizumi. How much room do I have on my camera? It doesn't say. Liar Game's incorrectly calculated strategies and schemes, the fast-paced battles crafted with deceiving words. It really is such an exciting series. I hope everyone not only enjoys watching the series' characters rack their brains and sometimes join forces with their opponents to survive, but also enjoy being deceived right along with them. Sometimes join forces with their opponents. When does that happen? Like, that couldn't... I guess that could mean the Minority Game. I'm just trying to look for hints of how far it could be going. It could technically mean the Minority Game, I don't know. But also enjoy being deceived right along with them. I'll be devoting myself into making the sound of the anime build the tension and thrills in these mind games, creating a perfect atmosphere for those deceiving or be deceived face-offs between characters. I will do my best to ensure our audience truly feels the experience. Sometimes I wonder if some people who have no idea what this is are thinking oh, is the anime just making up its own stuff, or is it adapting the manga or stuff? But I think people who don't care just don't care. Sound effects, Naoto Yumaya. Sound production, Bit Groove Promotion. Anime production, Madhouse. Kaiji and Death Note, No Game, No Life. Did they do that one? I think so. Go! Okay, cast. Nao Kanzaki, Saya Hitomi. My mom said that she kind of looks like Nao from the J-drama. When I heard that I had passed the audition, my mind went completely blank from the shock and joy. And the moment I said, I'll do my best, tears started to pour out. That's very sweet, because she's done other voices before. So I don't know how much of an icon she is in Japan, but I don't know. Once recording began, I found myself desperately trying to keep up, and I strongly felt that I wanted to grow just like Nao does. Now I'm wholeheartedly facing the work with the same foolishly honest spirit. Even as she's tossed around by countless lies, Nao lives with all her heart in her own way, and I'll give it my all to bring out her charm. Thank you so much for the support. You have my support too, Saya. Or Hitomi. I can do Japan, do you say your last name or first name? I don't know. Shinichi Akiyama. Teokyo Utsuka. Guy looks chill. I was completely filled with surprise and joy when I learned I'd been invited to join this adaptation of Liar Game. You were invited, so you didn't even have to audition? A series I've long been familiar with and fond of. I remember my mom saying, is he just saying that? I don't know. I don't think she realizes that Liar Game was apparently an icon in Japan. I don't really know the extent of it either. As a member of the Liar Game anime team, I will give my all in voicing Akiyama to ensure that the charm of this series is fully conveyed through animation. Thank you very much for your support. Brackets, also, I didn't manage to see through a single line on the official anime website. My mom was like, what is that? I don't know. It was only in the Japan version. I don't know what that was. Okay, and this is the reason why I started reading it, is because we have 3 new cast members. We have Liro Nira, played by Kazuhiro Nakaya, which in universe, you could argue that Liro Nira possibly could even beat Akiyama. Like, especially seeing as Akiyama relied on Neo anyway. Who knows? I remember I made a Reddit post about that where I said that Akiyama beats Liro Nero with extreme difficulty, and someone was like, I haven't read Liar Game, but is he really that high? And I was like, well, you know, because he's supposed to be the Akiyama representative, and we never actually get to see them face off. It would have been pretty cool to see them face off. Apparently it's voiced by this guy. He has a nice coat. It is a great honor to take part in this work, a series I once devoured with such fervor. To all those who will be watching, we shall offer you the finest hospitality. But this is a world where lies run rampant. This is the Liar Game. And when one speaks of hospitality, could there be a hidden agenda behind it? May each of you, through the game, uncover the truth for yourself. I eagerly look forward to the moment we meet. What a great thing. Bro, this guy knew the assignment. He's like, oh crap, I gotta give a little blurb for the audience? Okay, here you go. Okay. Kazuyo Fujisawa. Boo, boo. Voiced by Nobuo Tobita. I'm just kidding. I feel sympathy for you, buddy. Right, I keep forgetting this isn't a live action thing, because for a moment I was like, he kind of looks like a teacher, but then I remembered, like, it doesn't really matter, because they're just doing voice. This time, I'll be playing the role of a former teacher. When money gets involved, it has a way of stirring up emotions you never even knew you had, and that can be quite a troublesome thing. We've all heard stories of people whose lives went downhill after winning the lottery. True. Or of personalities completely transformed by sudden wealth. Of course, this story is fiction, but whether you enjoy it as someone else's tale or see yourself in it is entirely up to you. Will you still be the same you after watching this? I wasn't. This, and along with The Good Place. The Good Place, I have it on Blu-ray. The Good Place is a great show. Go watch it. It's 4 seasons long. It has a complete story, a very good ending. You won't be disappointed. Give it a watch. It'll change your life, bro. Will you still be the same you after watching this as you were before? Welcome to the world of Liar Game. That's a good blurb, considering that he's playing a complete jerk. But he's right. Yeah, his personality is transforming and stuff like that. See, I told you, Liar Game's writing is awesome. Mitsuyo Tanimura, played by Yoji Ueda. Who is this? Who's this guy? I don't know who this is. Is he one of the players? Is he number 15? I don't know. It's a true honor to take part in a series that has been loved for over 20 years. Among the many characters, each with their own quirks and schemes, Tanimura gives off an unmistakable air of suspicion and sleaze the moment he appears. Who's this guy? I don't remember this character. Is he another one of the masked guys? Rabalius is one of the masked guys who was always showing up. Mitsuo Tanimura, Liar Game. Who's this guy? Is he a guy? Oh, sorry. Is he a guy? Oh, okay. He's the lawyer guy. Okay, that makes sense. Okay, I know who he is. Sorry. I was so confused. I was like, are they adding a new character? Anyway. Or giving one of the characters that didn't have a name? It's a true... Sorry, sorry, hold on. I just realized I closed something that I didn't want to close. Okay, anyway. It is a true honor to take part in a series that has been loved for over 20 years. Among the many characters, each with their own quirks and schemes, Tanimura gives us an unmistakable air of suspicion and sleaze the moment he appears. As an actor, he's a role full of flavor, challenging yet immensely rewarding to play. In the midst of all the nail-biting twists and turns, I'd be delighted if you find yourself grinning mischievously along with Tanimura. It literally says brackets laughs. I don't know, man. So far, it doesn't seem like we're getting much about Yokoya, but I guess he is a spoiler, technically, isn't he? I don't know, man. I don't know. Looking forward to it, bruh.